No. We're not doing Gina anymore. Hello, everybody. This is Triz from the 847 Club, alongside with Jeans 15, Togna Montegrana, and Booby in the corner over there. Actually, up top. He's below me. We're on top of him.
Togna Montegrana.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Please follow us on all of our social media. We Twitch every Saturday, sometimes more during the week, throughout the week.
And we're reviewing Childish Gambino's album.
And Tristan's a fucking prick for that.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you.
All right. What have you guys heard about the new Childish Gambino album?
I've only
Nothing.
heard great things.
I
only
heard
great things.
that it is very experimental.
Experimental? Okay.
Yes,
Does he have any like new producers on it that he didn't have before?
I did not do my
That I
homework.
don't know. Yeah,
should-
I was like,
yeah.
I did not do any. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'll look some things up while we're listening to it. But we got the first track. I heard that it was good. That's all I didn't look up anything about it. I didn't listen to any of it. All I know is that people are saying that it's good.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it.
I've only heard word of mouth from other people that are like, dude, you gotta listen to Gambino's album, bro. I was like, I bet.
All right, bet. Let's start it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay. That was the intro. All right.
okay. How'd you feel about that?
I heard the track already.
There
Not
wasn't
much
really
to
much
say.
to dissect.
I mean, I like the what is that? I don't it's like a B flat, maybe an A. Let me look that up. It was a G sharp. I was close. It was a G sharp. So was that really loud for you?
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
bodied your mic
That
into your
was
mouth. Just like
weird.
I was like, fuck.
So that's a G sharp. So it's just a G sharp major chord the whole time. Didn't change. And then there's the we are the only lyrics.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was interesting.
I won't save it.
I
I won't save it.
like.
That's all I gotta
How'd
say.
you feel about the track? I won't save it.
I won't save it.
So,
It was good for a one-time listen. That's it.
You didn't make this album just for you to deduce it like that. All right, no, I'm here for you. Yeah, it didn't do much for me either, to be honest with you.
It was more me sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
I was like, what are all these noises?
Yeah, I was like, go off. And then the next one we got is named. This one and the next one is actually named. It's Algorhythm. Let's listen to that. Hey!
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That it's kind of a bop.
Wow.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
I was here for that one.
Yeah. I really
really-
liked one, the beat, which I'm not normally one for that kind of like experimental industrial type beat, but that was pretty fire.
Yeah.
And then I liked how, especially in that second verse, it was like juxtaposing that like low vocal fry against his like high head voice
Yes.
falsetto.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay. Oh, that was fire, dude. I was all over that.
I don't feel.
I like it.
Okay, go ahead, Gina.
How it was like move your body, and like literally all I could do the whole entire time was like
I know the
just
minute
move.
that chorus happened, we're all like, okay.
Yeah, oh,
I was bobbing my head as soon as that beat dropped, but as soon as the chorus hit, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh shit, he's
Ooh.
feeling himself now.
Okay.
How'd you feel, Tristan? He didn't like it.
I don't like it.
No, I thought it was okay. I'm trying to like pick apart the song. I didn't get some of the lyrics, so I'm just trying to piece together what the song means and why it's called Algorhythm and why it's one
Oh.
of two of the only named track of it. And I was kind of thinking the second half of the song, from the beats to the rhythm to the 808 to the ad libs, it was like really like the way it was an algorithm to like most pop songs and whatever, and then by the end he like broke it. I think that's his little intro saying the rest of this album is not going to be pop. It's not going to have an algorithm. It's not going to, what am I trying to say here?
It's not gonna follow like a trend,
Right.
like the
So
trend.
it's
of
just
pop.
basically saying, all right, we're going some experiment.
If I can, okay, so during the whole thing, I was listening to, I'm watching the lyrics. Like, 'cause I did this to Eminem doing this too. I pulled up the lyrics to this song because the minute he started in the verse, like, I really don't know what the fuck he's saying, to be honest with you.
Right.
But the lyrics, it strikes me as kind of the same, not the same. What do you call it? Connotations, like, because as This Is America. This Is America was about, like, African American, like, our view as an African American being askew because we're distracted by the media. Like, that's
Mhm.
that whole thing. I think this one was more like you, like, more personal. Like, this is you, like, it's directed towards you, the listener, and it's saying, like, okay, because the verses are talking about these things, like, oh, this is what you want, and like, you want all these things. The world's kind of scary. Like, quote unquote, humans don't understand. Humans gonna sell a lie. Humans gotta survive. We know we gonna die. And so there's all those things, and then it jumps to the chorus, and then it's just dancing, and it's like, oh, here's something that's gonna make you move and groove, like, but it's not. That's not. It's like like, I really like Tony's use of the word juxtaposition, because that's what the chorus and the verse do to each other. Just like
Mhm.
the visual imagery of This Is America versus, like, the sound of the song. 'Cause it's like, oh, this is like a dance, like, crunk song, but this is actually criticizing everybody who would dance to this song. One of
Mhm.
those things. I don't know. Maybe that's too deep of a analysis of the song.
No, that's what
No,
we
that's
need,
not
man.
too deep. I think that's exactly what it is on
Alright.
face value.
Yeah. I obviously, I think this one might go into my playlist, and I'll probably look at it some more and see how I feel about it. But that's as you said, Tristan, that's my face value, like, what I got from it.
Right.
It's already
First-
saved.
It's already saved.
It's already saved.
Alright, we got the next one. We got Time. So how'd you guys feel about Time?
That was really interesting.
hmm
I got the same like energy from it as lyrically as like that ending song in Hamilton. Bobby will know what I'm talking about.
Who
Where
lives,
they
who
just
dies, who
repeat-
tells your story?
Yeah, they just hammer on like time over and over again.
Tristan.
You know what I mean?
What? Oh, and you just look at
What, dog?
me.
And then I just thought Gina's gonna get a dirty face when he said ham.
Yeah.
No, I
But-
feel I could feel that. Yeah.
It's that same kind of energy, but it's different target, I guess.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's a bop. It's not as energetic as the previous one, but its message is great. It really hammered home the fact that we're all running out of time. Just
Yeah.
putting
I was
that out
just
there.
saying
Made me kind of want to
that-
cry.
Yeah. It was like, it made me think of everybody has like the ticking time clock, and I don't know, one person's could be longer than the others too, so everybody time. Everybody eventually died.
Right.
Tristan?
Ariana Grande was my favorite part.
She was what? I'm sorry.
She was my favorite part of the song.
Ariana Grande kills it.
Oh
as
yeah.
usual.
And she was mixed in a way I've never heard Ariana Grande be mixed before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that like the second time she came in, when that was a weird like mix for her, but it was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was really what you said, Tony. Like interesting. It was interesting to listen to. Like yeah,
Right.
100%. Like this whole thing was
It
caught my
was-
attention the whole time. I was like, what's going
Right.
to happen?
Literally, I was like completely engrossed in it, and then I clicked back to the video, and I was like, "Holy shit, that was 6 minutes that I just sat through." I didn't even notice that it was that long. I was
Yeah.
just completely into it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to give this a few more listens to decide whether or not it's going to be something that I casually listen to. But for a first time, that was that was a trip. That was an
Yeah.
experience.
Definitely worth listening to that eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a literal trip. That's gonna be a vibe.
Not a ton of songs, not a ton of artists, I feel, can pull off like a mixture of what was really like this weird industrial type sound mixed with this R&B mixed with this like gospel thing going on at the
Yeah.
end. Super weird, gave me gospel vibes, and I'm like, I don't think any other artist really could have done this.
Yeah.
Gave me
Right.
Man in the Mirror vibes.
Yeah.
Man in the Mirror vibes,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I could see that. I really could see that. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Right after Ariana Grande came in, or the second time, like right after that, when the gospel really kicked off, I was I felt that in my soul. Like that was awesome. Maybe the sky will fall down on tomorrow.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, I was like, ooh, sing it, bitch, sing
Dude,
I
it.
was
the-
like, let's go.
I wonder who was the person who wrote that chorus, because that's a really
Right.
well written chorus. I really like
It's
it because that's there's a word for that.
fire.
It's like text painting. Like
Yeah.
because maybe the sky like sky up.
Yeah.
So it's one of those
And then it
things.
comes back down. It's like, oh yeah. Yeah, that's
That was
this song was a
excellent.
really, 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 really artistic
Yeah.
and clever throughout. And oh, dude, that was sick.
A lot
I
of
love
the
that.
industrial music makes me feel like I'm in like the future. That's like I feel like
It was-
future.
I like-
SB129 from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
129. Yeah, this there was something else I wanted. Oh fuck. Now I don't remember. This
Tristan.
gave me a certain vibe. I don't remember what it was.
Tristan,
but-
you're being awfully quiet. Unusually so.
Are you gonna say something?
He's processing.
For a song called Time, it felt like them keep repeating it, saying, "Oh, we're running out of time. We're out of time." It's like people telling them, just making excuses for themselves, and when they're like, "There's no need to. You just got to do it," because they just say how much time that they don't have, but they go on and on and on. And how long was the song?
6
minutes.
minutes and 8
6
seconds.
minutes. Yeah, they definitely take their time to say that they don't have any time. So I think that's saying something about
Ooh.
like I don't know, should have been processing
That's
some
some
of this stuff while you
some
guys were talking.
English class shit right there. I like that.
Yeah, but just like
Only adjust
don't know.
myself.
just like don't make excuses. It even says one of the lines. It says, N-words need pressure, and then people need pressure. Right after saying there's too much pressure. So like, about power, all about power. Something time. Kind of feel it time. Gotta go all out time. Just saying, don't make excuses. Like not having enough time, and just do it. You don't know the time that you have.
Right.
Yeah, I like that interpretation.
Right.
I didn't even consider that, to be honest with you.
Neither did I. That was
It's pretty deep. Pretty deep. So what's the next one called? It is called 12 minutes and 38 seconds.
You're
Let's go
Oh my
into it.
god.
So the intro track was interesting to listen to, I guess. But the two actual tracks there were good. Those are really good.
Those are good. I like those.
So let's hope
Both.
that the rest of these, stay good. those are excellent.
I'ma give you some privacy. Pictures with your stepsisters. NK Jemison with you. Got the all about love on some bell hooks. Then I turned to it.
And I didn't dislike it. I really liked it actually.
The beginning, most of it was just like really goofy, which I like.
Like the beginning of it threw me off, and then it grew on me.
Yeah,
and then
once
21
it set the
Savage
tone.
came in.
Yeah, 21
Savage came in. His lyrics were good. It just felt
out of place.
Yeah. It was like his lyrics were good, and I was like, okay. And he's rapping about. I mean, he involved police harassment in there and a bunch of other shit, but it was good lyrics. But it was just so weird. Like the whole time, Childish Gambino's going high and doing his thing, and then
he goes up to a G5. That's what he does.
He was going hard.
He went to a
G5.
G5.
And then 21 Savage comes in his normal like kind of monotone low.
And you made it happen. No, straight up.
Yeah. 21. Which is weird because I liked that in that first song. I liked that juxtaposition, but it didn't work this one.
The thing was the whole time I was sitting here, I was like, you know what this reminds me of? I was like, this is almost a story time. This reminds me of this, like, I was talking to this girl, right, on Tinder, and like we were kind of hitting it off, and like one night stand, and then I never talked to her again, and that's what that reminded me of.
Right.
It was like well we had sex. It's like, is there anything coming out of this? And it's like, no. This ain't, quote unquote, this ain't special. This is fun. That's what the song said. And like
special. Tell me what you want.
that's what I was like. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, this reminds you of this, and I feel like that was the whole vibe. And then 21 Savage comes in. He's like his feature would have been perfectly fine on a different song, because he was about almost like like police brutality or like discrimination against blacks, and like totally fits with Childish Gambino's like whole thing going on. But like this song wasn't. I don't feel like it was about that. But then again, it's experiment. It fit. I mean, I guess.
I think it fits the song.
How do you think so?
I liked this song when I didn't like the first half, but that not until where he woke up and realized that everything is a dream, and that everything that because that's why the whole first half of the song was really out of order, goofy, because dreams are goofy and out of order, just like. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's all jumbled together. And then he wakes up, and then the girl's like, this is not special. This is just for fun, just like the dream. Like, he didn't find anything special. This is just for fun. And then she's like, now tell me what you want, because, you get whatever you want in your dreams. You can't find, like, a special, like, connection made up like that's in your dream in real life. It's really hard to find. And then, 21 starts rapping about the discrimination, police brutality, just like now we're back to real life. And
I see what you're saying now.
Hey!
I see what you're saying now.
And it's like, I don't know, the second half of the song just got way more enjoyable for me after that, after I realized everything was going. Because I don't usually like 21 Savage, but now listening in the context of what I made it up to be was like, I really enjoyed it.
Hey, that changes my perspective of the song, to be honest with you. That's a really good interpretation.
Yeah, that's a good. Because I was thinking of them as two separate entities. I didn't think of it as he woke up and now this is what his reality is. You know what I mean?
He said.
I see that. That's actually a really good interpretation of that. He said, "Woke up in my room. She was long gone. Tony singing me another sad song."
Yeah,
that's quite literally.
That was
I think
when
he's referencing another sad song. When I heard that line, I was like, oh, he literally means the song Another Sad Song is on the radio, probably.
That he turned on while he was fucking her in the dream, but then that's what that was planned.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
No, I like that. That makes 21 Savage's verse a lot more. Yeah, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that because, like I said, his lyrics were good. I had no problem with the verse in and of itself. I just didn't place it like you did. That's a really good. Yeah, I've got no qualms. This song.
You
is
know
great.
what I really liked about 21
I've got no qualms
21
anymore.
Savage is very. I'm gonna quote him. I'm on a private jet eating Popeye's chicken. I be flexing like I'm eating Popeye's spinach.
Yeah.
I
I like that line.
That's good.
That's
And in
such a
both
good
of
one.
both of those lines, he's got 21 in the first one, and then after Popeye spinach, he goes 21, 21, 21.
Popeye's 21. But yeah, that was really good. I don't know if I would listen to this casually. I'll listen to this more. I will. This was really enjoyable. I don't know if I'll listen to
Right.
this like it's not going to my favorites playlist or anything. You know what I mean?
This whole
Yeah.
album so far is me being like, I have to listen to this out of this context because I'm not sure if this is something I'm gonna bump. Like, I love all of these songs, but it's just like something that, like, in my personal life, I don't really bump these kind of songs, but I want to because this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Totally.
I'm very much here for like the sound. It's really
Right.
incredible.
hmm
I mean, I don't listen to a lot of experimental hip hop in general, so this is
Right.
just like
Same.
totally out of my comfort zone, and I'm really enjoying this. To be honest with you.
To be beautiful is to be haunted. I can't change your truth. I can't get you used to this. No,
That ending was audio-wise, or what was the word? Audioly? What's that? Audibly.
Audibly.
Yeah. That ending was audibly what shooting that one person in This Is America was visually.
this is America.
Yeah.
In this, yeah, you feel me? Like
Right.
that, because yeah,
It
go ahead,
was
Tony.
to take you out of exactly, like, he put you in whatever, that false sense of security, and then it just goes, and fuck you. It's like-
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Peppering
Yeah.
us for the rest of the.
Because I want to. Gina, what do you think that song is about?
The song,
What do you think it's about?
to me, it's kind of like, I don't know, because like he's saying it like everybody's beautiful and like beautiful things. If you like if you want to change something or you're different, you basically are attacked. That's what I feel like it's about.
Oh, you're okay. You see, you got the vibes. It's about racism. This is about racism.
Okay. That's like, I don't know. I put it like the big picture, and then that was like,
No, yeah. No. What you said was really good. To be wanting to change something is attacking it. I feel that. Yeah. To be beautiful is to be hunted. That's yeah, Gina. No, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, Gina. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Tony, how do you feel about the song as a whole?
The whole song as a whole, I mean, like, it's a great song. It's a bop. It's something I definitely will bump
Mm-hmm.
in the car.
Agree.
This is definitely a bop. What I loved is this gave me strong, like, Earth, Wind, and Fire vibes. All while pretty much saying how, like you said, it's based off of racism. It's based off of how people want to, like, take advantage of, like, he uses, to be beautiful is to be hunted, how they want to take the beauty of, like, Black culture, African American culture, and they want to capitalize it. And it's like, oh,
Good interpretation.
I love it.
I definitely think you hit the nail on the head there, Tony. That's exactly what I
Right.
think the song is about too. How'd you feel about Tristan?
I love this song.
This song's
As a
so
whole.
good.
I love.
That's
It's
rare.
just-
That's a rare compliment.
It just gave me like Yeah, I can't really describe it. I had another band in mind than Earth, Wind, Fire, but that was good.
What
It really gave me that Bruno Marsy type dazzle when the chorus was just like, "I can't change your truth." I was like,
I can't get you used to this. I agree. That's like the best like
part of
line,
the
part,
chorus.
the best part of the chorus. I love that a lot.
And then
What-
I can't get used
what
to
really
this."
gave me like Earth, Wind, and Fire vibes is literally when it went into the second verse and it goes, "Now remember." And I was really
Yeah.
waiting for him. I was really
trying
waiting for
to
him to go
find-
in there and just be like, "This one, if it's not September." I was be like, "No, don't do it," and he didn't.
Gina,
But
Gina, how'd you feel?
I like the song a lot. I really like the song, dude. Okay, at the end, all right, this is gonna be kind of, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. So at the end, like, it got like really spooky.
Yeah.
All I could think about was like obviously like hunters being hunted and stuff. All I could think of was like Predator. Like he makes that noise
Oh,
with his
Right.
mouth, like the,
Ooh.
and he's like fucking going through the trees and shit.
That's not too stupid of an analysis. That's pretty good.
It
Yeah.
literally it had that creepy like that clicking.
I'm
Noise.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was either intentional or maybe a subliminal choice he didn't even mean to make.
Right. It gave me definitely I didn't pick up on the Predator vibes, but it definitely gave me it it definitely gave me a horror vibe.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
gave me like Freddy Krueger kind of like chills.
Yeah,
I was like
when
this is
when
fucking
the
lit.
main character is walking down like a corridor, and they don't know that the killer is behind one of the rooms yet.
Yeah.
That's
Then
what I
Yeah.
that
felt.
clicking comes over and it felt like them like it I could visualize like claws going over like the
Yeah.
protagonist.
Like, I felt myself getting
I could see it.
squeezed.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, I was so into that. That
Oh,
was awesome.
yeah, that was great.
Ooh.
What do we got next? We got 2419. That's close to 2819
I've I've heard really good things about 2419.
in
Really excited.
particular. In particular.
Yes, in
Okay.
particular, I heard this is a bop, so I'm really excited.
Okay.
And if it's not, I'm about to out this person.
I mean, I don't know that there are any misses so far, to be honest with
Oh
you.
no, these are all fire so far.
This is 8 minutes, so we'll see how you feel about it after 8 minutes.
Okay.
All right, let's
All
go.
Song hit me in my chest, dog.
oh my god.
That song.
Whew.
Someone is definitely getting chased by a monster throughout this album.
Oh yeah,
Now he thinks he's safe. He's calming down.
right. That ending there, that whole the heartbeat thing, that genuinely made my heart go up.
Yeah.
I know. I was like,
I actually like, still kind of there, but damn, I got like vibes from the previous album from this song.
Yeah.
Specifically when he says, "You made me chicken, rice, and beans, sweet thing." It reminded me a lot of in Redbone when he
Yes.
said, yeah, when he went in Redbone when he says, "My peanut butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid."
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that it has that same cadence and that same rhythm and that sweet thing and Kool-Aid. Like I was like the same vibe.
Has to be
But
intentional.
holy shit. That outro fucking made me feel some shit.
I'm scared. I'm like,
Not okay with it.
It made me like very anxious, and I was like
Well,
ready to get up
not
and
even
run. I was
not,
like,
not even
"Ah."
that one. Not the direct outro, like the when he's saying thank you because I love you. I want to say thank you. Like all
Oh.
that. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Nothing you.
Oh. That What'd you say?
She was like, "Oh, that part. Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, nothing you'd understand."
I don't understand. Yeah.
How do you feel, Tristan? How'd you like that song?
I liked it. It didn't feel 8 minutes, to be honest.
That didn't
Felt
feel
shorter
eight
than
minutes,
that.
no.
Felt like 5 minutes. But
it got to the end of the song, like before it had the outro, and it was only like a minute and a half left, and I was like, wow, that didn't feel like all that time just passed, but it did.
yeah, I know. So the way I've been reading the lyrics is it's been scrolling. It's been scrolling on my phone. Fuck. I don't know. Yeah, it's been scrolling like that.
Oh, gotcha.
So as soon as it got to the end and it was getting like the written by this and that, I was like, fuck. So I go and check the time and I was like, oh, we still got like a minute and a half. But I'm like, damn, I thought we were like only halfway through the song.
Right.
Yeah,
Straight
no, I
up,
liked it.
we got to the end there, and I looked over and I was like, "There's 2 minutes left of this fucking song," and it was starting to fade out. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Then those heartbeats kicked in, and I was like, "Oh,
Throughout the song, I could tell that he's feeling guilty
yeah."
about the relationship. And then at the end, I don't know whether he's actually being genuine when he's saying I said thank you over and over and over. I think kind of it could either be looked at like as in he actually, still has feelings for this person and is trying to show that, or is just trying to make excuses, trying to justify himself, saying, oh, look, I said thank you for this, I said I love you for this, blah, blah, blah. I just don't know what to make. But it is really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Gina?
The beginning of the song kind of made me think of just relationships, I guess, in this just time period we live now. A lot of people think like when they have something, like they could like find better. Like there's always going to be better, but sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side, and I think people just kind of take advantage of people who do really love that person, like love them, and they're just like, oh, whatever, like I'll find better. If I mess this up, it's like whatever. But then I don't know, he is like, he feels bad at the end, and I think there's those few people who do realize what they have, and then there's like the other people that are just like, oh, whatever, like they don't see it, and they
Yeah, I had two different reactions to this song. One was musical and one was emotional. I'll go with the emotional one first, so I can go with the musical one and pretend I'm not gonna cry. Um, so the emotional way I reacted to this was like, I kind of wish I got a thank you. You know what I mean? In like
Mm-hmm.
some of my relationships. Um, something that really struck me. There's a line that struck me.
Was that the thank you for the children?
No, what? No, what the fuck? If you want to be happy, don't look at my phone, sweet thing. That struck me a lot. And then I feel like and the ending is like all your love is this. Like your love for me is this, and all I can say is thank you. That's all. Like I am able to say your love is like quote unquote your love is a mountain I admire. Like I like that because it's like I don't know. I feel like this is like the kind of stuff like I feel like most people who've been hurt want to hear but never get to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the thank you for the children part.
Maybe not that.
But yeah, and then the musical reaction to it. Okay, now that I'm over the emotional hump of that, the musical reaction to that song was like, do you guys watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Okay,
I do not.
Tristan, do you watch Black Mirror?
Half and half. I
Okay,
watched
then
some episodes.
Gina might get this reference more than any of you. Okay, do you know the song Anyone Who Knows What Love Is?
Is that the one
But
that
anyone who knows what
okay, when
love
they
is.
oh,
Right?
I was gonna say, is that the one in when they're doing like that contest or whatever, and they're
Yep.
like riding on the bikes? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's actually like a million episodes. Like it's all they reference it all the time. But anyone
Yeah.
who knows what love is has that same chord progression.
May think I'm foolish, they can't see you like I can.
Like the I don't know. I have to have all three voices now because now the chords won't work. So it goes like major and then like this diminished chord, It's like da da da, right? It does that sound. God, I'll put it in the video because it will make more sense. But it does that same chord progression, so it almost harkens back to like so while Tristan said, and I really liked it. I think Tristan said it. No, maybe it was Gina. I don't know. He said like this is like modern relationships. It was Gina, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was me.
Now modern relationships. I thought it was interesting because like yeah, I see that. Like this whole song is more like modern relationships. But at the same time, while it's like a modern relationship with a modern beat, the background chords that surround it are very old style chords. So it's like, while modern relationships, we think only modern relationships have this problem. It's like this problem's always been around. Like people feel like this all the time, and it's not like a new feeling.
Right.
If
Right.
that makes sense. I don't know. That's
Right,
like that's a musical reaction. I don't know if that's true. If that's what the song is getting at. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But that's how I like figured. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this song hurt me. This song made me feel pain. They all
Alright.
look at me. Sorry, 30. The next one's 32:22. So we'll see. Yeah, it let in aggressive. So we'll see how that turns out song wise. That song sucked.
Yeah,
Enough.
I agree.
That's like
I actually kind of liked it.
really?
I kind
Oh.
of liked it.
That's like
It
everything
was-
that was bad about Yeezus.
Soon as they like you, make them unlike you. This kissing people ass is so unlike you. The only rapper compared to Michael. So here's a few hating ass niggas to fight you. And here's a few stink ass niggas to bite you. I don't even want to hear about what niggas might do.
Yeah.
I was
did-
gonna say this is big Yeezus.
Hold on a minute.
I did get a lot of Yeezus vibes from it. I just thought it was Yeezus done a lot better, frankly.
No.
Wait, you thought Yeezus did it a lot better?
No. I'm saying this did it a lot better.
I'd say Yeezus
Boy.
did it better.
I don't know. I like this one a lot, actually. I'm not gonna bump it. This isn't gonna get into a playlist, but I
Dude.
liked it.
I don't know. That was awful. That was awful.
Was that in
Five people wrote that song.
True. Was that in 6/8?
I wasn't listening that closely. Hold on, I'll check. I think it was mixed meter, but let me check. I really didn't like that song at all.
I wasn't listening.
You know I didn't like it when I'm like, I don't know what it was.
What's 6?
So
At the time,
every song does like a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? A 6/8 is just when you count the rhythm and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. It isn't 6/8. Now that I'm like,
One.
It was like the war tune to it. I don't know. I like
this
that.
is what I heard. Fire! More fire!
That's not. But is that inaccurate though?
That's not inaccurate.
Oh my god.
The clipping that happened, the maxing out of your mic when you were stopping, made it sound
Yeah.
like.
It literally sounded like it.
Fire! More fire!
It's not- Was it in? Yeah, I didn't like that song very much.
Maybe.
I see what it was going
anything
for.
to say about it.
Yeah, I see what it was going for, but I don't know about all that.
It's
Yeah.
fine in the album's narrative.
Yeah, I can
Not
say
listen-
it.
Yeah.
If I ever listen to the album again, I'm skipping the track. That's how it would be.
All right, all I gotta say is next.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. 35-31.
I'm gonna say the first part of the song felt like I was watching like a children's movie. Like it would be a song that would be like in a child's movie about like Bigfoot or some
In
shit.
a very gang and violence filled children movie.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides like the words, not the words, just
Mhm.
like
Oh,
the
that was the point.
the
I think.
beat.
The juxtaposition.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a good. Yep, I was gonna use that word. Good job, Tristan.
Juxtaposition
couldn't-
is a whole album so far.
Yeah.
I have a really
part-
good way to describe this. But go ahead, Gina. Go ahead, Gina.
Oh, I was gonna say the last part, everything was like backwards, but I was like, I couldn't read it fast enough because the lyrics
read
kept
it.
going up, and
Not
I was
trying
just
to
like,
I was
Not trying to
reading. I
flex.
was trying to decipher it as we were
Like,
going along.
I got it. I got it. I'm about to decode this for you. This is
Hold on.
living. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I guess you can get your part out of the way.
Okay. I'm gonna decode this for y'all. This is living in a trap house as like a little kid.
Hmm.
Like as
Oh,
as,
yeah.
as, as a baby, no one's taken care of. Basically,
Right.
mhm.
that's how I completely interpreted this song. So it's like, yeah, this is childish, like the intro to a TV song kind of chorus, like, you know what I mean? Intro to like some little kid show about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
and then it goes to all the trap stuff, and like it's talking about guns. I remember the first time I said like something about 4.5 and AK. I was like, what? I was like, where did this come from?
I got the semi on deck 45 AK.
And then at the bottom when it was talking backwards,
Mhm.
uh quote unquote, you take what you're given when you're not invited. And
Mhm.
I was like, you know, like you're some kid who's just forced into this world, so you gotta deal with what you got.
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely heard the gang violence, and I did not put it in the perspective that yeah, it is from a little kid. And when you bring up it kind of reminds me of like a kid show. Maybe it's them putting on the kid show for the kid. Oh, like no matter how many times it repeats, just to like keep him busy while all this shit is happening.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also, I do not like the repetition of this album a whole lot.
I mean, I don't mind the repetition, but this song was particularly bad.
Yeah, this song in particular, it
Yeah, maybe
literally
that's the
is
case.
mainly the chorus, and it's just that little bit get out
Yeah,
of the way.
don't
But
worry.
I think that was intentional. I think that was intentional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's intentional throughout the whole album. I think it's dragging at this. Like you said, it might be just a song, and now I'm thinking about it. Like, God, yeah, every song went on a little too long.
I can understand that because some of these tracks don't need to be like 6 minutes with a 2-minute outro. I don't know about that,
right.
but
But
it is more of an art thing.
Yeah,
It is.
each
Yeah.
time the outro like adds to the feel of the song by like kind of like peeking behind the curtain of what it actually meant, if that makes sense.
Right. So it's
'Cause,
less like
like,
I'm
that-
enjoying this as music and more of I'm enjoying this as like a work of art.
Yeah. Yeah, enjoying it like an art piece.
Never Bigfoot get out of the way.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm
That's gonna be
telling y'all
stuck in
how
my
to move
head.
This,
Oh.
yay.
They got 39:28. So let's fucking go. Let's go.
Why go to the party at all? When you're not invited, you take what you're given. Some wait every day for the call.
If this song had a what the hell?
That wasn't me.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No.
If this song had a title, I think it'd
You think it'd be what?
be called Spirit.
Mm.
Yeah, it had not a lot to say, but from the premise of the song being so simple, it did use some very poetic.
No, what do you mean it didn't have much to say? I thought. Go ahead.
Like the premise of the song is simple. Like I get what he's talking about, but he's describing it very well. It's very poetic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
And what I like, what the song is, his lover or significant other is dead, and he's not understanding how. Well, he's not. It's not that he's not understanding. It's just that, everyone can afford to be so happy. Planets never see a day that isn't towards the sun. So he's saying like, all the planets, which is like everybody else besides him, sees the sun and is happy, but he's grieving.
Okay. I see your interpretation.
I
So-
agree.
I agree. These lyrics are what he says in reverse at the end of the last song.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, this is lit." I just like that. Like as I was going through it, I was like, "Oh shit. This is
This is from the
that
last
this is
song.
from the last. This is the callback from the last
But I
song."
was like, why
Remember.
throw that callback in there? Like, why not just leave a subliminal message in the last song that stays with that song? But like now we know it's
Right.
they're like now listening to that song again, listening to it backwards, it's not as enjoyable. I mean, it wasn't enjoyable for me to begin with, but like now it's gonna be like this is in the next song. I'm gonna skip it and listen. Right.
For me, that was just like really musically interesting the entire time. But like I feel like I was overwhelmed the whole time by how like hold on, let me look it up.
I should know that. Yeah, that's a Googler.
Polyphony.
Yeah.
Polyphony. So none all the parts are doing the same like rhythm, but they're all on different notes. That's what a polyphony is. And usually when that happens, like there's a way people write that music to be the sound correct, to sound pleasing, and that's like we call it like voice leading like standards. Um, this doesn't follow voice leading very much at all a lot of the time, and so it's very jarring to hear. Like it'll just drop to it like the whole chord will drop somewhere else, and it's like that's not how it would normally do in like any other sort of piece of music or like anything choral or orchestral. It doesn't do that typically, and that's why it like I don't know if you're listening to it like you would you say like that sounds like a choir? No, it doesn't because it just doesn't follow those voice leading rules. And then it reminds me of a YouTuber. It reminds me of Bill
Yeah.
Wirtz.
Yes, exactly.
What do you call it? Oh, what's that video he made? The
Uh,
history of the world.
The globe is warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how.
It's like
Right.
it's still following chord progressions. It is. Like I'm listening to it and I'm hearing chords, and then like they make sense. They as where chords should be make sense, but the lead into it with the voices does not. If that makes sense. I know it's hard
Yeah.
to describe that, really. But I know you at least can tell it sounds weird, right? It sounds weird.
Yeah. Well, the whole vibe of it is super psychedelic and trippy, and so I at no point thought it was coherent other than following a certain like key and a chord progression at the very least. But it's all very like out of this world kind of like grandiose type shit, and I was like, this is fucking. It's different. I liked it, but like Tristan said, it's not something I'm gonna listen to over and over again. But
Yeah.
it was interesting. It was very interesting, and
Very
I liked it a
interesting.
lot.
All right, you guys ready to move on to the next song?
Yep.
Yes.
Turns out I didn't skip it. I'm just gonna listen to it again for
We're familiar.
I'm curious as to why he included that from 2 years ago.
Right.
That
Hmm?
album. I'm curious as to why he put a song he released 2 years ago on that album.
This song was 2 years ago.
2018.
Yeah. 2018.
More like 1.5, 1.75.
Yeah.
And what I'm curious about is why "Summertime Magic" isn't in this. You know what I mean? At least yet. I don't know if it is or not. But
Yeah, I just don't. I mean,
this one
on
in
one hand, I'm
particular.
like, I don't know because like that, how do you remarket a single that you released 2 years ago for a new album you just created? But I understand that he's not doing it for the money. I don't feel like you'd put out an album like this for money.
No.
No, he didn't market it at all.
Yeah, he didn't market this like at all. So I know that's not the reason. But there has to be a reason why he included this song, which I believe is about like climate change.
Yeah.
It
It's
seems like it.
global warming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because the one line is like running out of water and
Even the one before it,
Water.
every day gets hotter than the one before. Running out of water, it's about to go down. It's like,
yeah.
and then air that killed the bees that we depend upon. Like, it's still talking about all these horrible things about
Then war will
nature
be for
dying.
water.
Facts though.
This song once again features like the highly juxtaposed style that he does. So it's like
Right.
a really vibey, nice song, but it's about how we're gonna be fucked in a couple years.
Right.
Yeah, and then because he's like, I really hope we'll change, but we're probably not. Fucking
Yeah.
big corporations.
Juxtaposition album.
Juxtaposition the album. Pretty much.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I feel like we all know that song a lot. I don't feel like we need to talk about it too much.
Right.
Yeah, like that song's 2 years old. So
Mm-hmm. No, we have had 2 years to bop to that song. We good.
we're good.
I
We good.
still
We good.
don't like it.
I mean, I like it. It's a good song.
I still love it.
All right, let's go for the next one.
Don't worry about tomorrow.
It's a good song.
His son has a writing credit on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent. That's a really good song. That's a really well written song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Message is really,
yeah,
really
the
powerful.
message is powerful. Yeah, the music itself really good. Did Donald Glover did he study music?
Most of these, at least as far as I can tell, because I know I watched a video on Redbone a while ago.
Was it
and I
produced by the
think
same guys who did Redbone?
Yeah, Ludwig Göransson
Okay.
does most of the composing, as far as I know. And I don't really know, but as far as I know, he does most of the instrumental stuff.
Before I met Donald, I hadn't really done a lot of hip hop before. It's such a challenge. That's what I really love.
Gotcha. Well, it's clear that he is one very talented at writing music, just in and of itself, but two has very good knowledge of like chords and where they are supposed to go, how they fit into phrases. Like, because a lot of this, like, and this is a lot of the musical like phrases like in the background, very predictable in a good way. Like it all fit musically. It wasn't like the other thing where I was like, oh, this is like the polyphony's weird, doesn't make sense. This one makes so much sense all the time. Like it's like almost like a like a like a band chart. Like it just everything clicks into place where it needs to be. And
Yeah.
I think that it's probably intentional because it kind of goes along with the message of the song. But like that's what strikes me about it is that like the chords are so perfect all the time. Like it starts out with this 1/7 acting as like a 5/7 of 4, then a 4/7. And that 4/7 leads back into the 1. Like it just goes back and forth a couple times, and then everything starts by like this downward like chord thing moving into 1, which I know doesn't make a ton of sense, but that's what's happening, and it's super. One, it's interesting. Two, it makes so much sense. It's musically really good. It's so good musically. But yeah, that's my take on it. That's really good.
Yeah, I loved all of it. This whole song's really good, and I
Yeah.
really loved the conversation with his son at the end.
Mhm.
The what do you love? I love all that. Oh my god. Oh,
That was cute. That was
it was adorable.
How do you feel about it, Tristan?
I didn't particularly like the song, but
Okay.
that's just because, I mean, musically, I liked it, but it's just like all these like listening. It's just like me realizing this whole album is a very overproduced message. But I mean, it's not even really overproduced. It's fine. Just what I'm saying is, like, I get the point of the album and the kind of the trying to tell the themes are kind of getting in the way of my personal like enjoyment of like just the music. And I mean, like, yeah, like it's not taking away from my understanding because you still understand what they're saying, but it's just like,
It's like, I guess it's kind of
man,
like.
I might just be tired, but
Well, I guess it kind of sounds like you're looking at abstract art and you're like, oh man, this is a little too colorful. Or, like, I don't like how this art symbolizes slavery, and I just don't like the whole art piece.
not colorful, but not colorful enough.
How'd you like this song, Gina?
I really like it. Musically, everything sounds like on point, and the message is really, really powerful, beautiful.
All right, we got one more song here.
One more song. The final song.
I don't know that there's been a miss, really. I really don't think there's been a miss. And
Other than you guys
Except for the-
didn't like that one.
yeah, except for the
Yeah.
Fire! More fire!
yeah, that was really bad.
I don't think there was a miss.
More
I've
fire!
enjoyed everything. That one was definitely my least favorite of everything so far.
Too.
But I still found enjoyment in it, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense, I guess. I don't
Hmm.
agree, but I understand.
That's fine. That's fine. But I found enjoyment in it.
All right, this next one, 5349.
Last song.
Last song.
There is love in every moment under the sun, girl. I did what I wanted to. There is love in every moment.
Fucking garbage.
What?
What?
I
I was like, don't you fucking meme right now, dog. That was fire.
That was.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
feeling that the whole time, dog.
It's like the whole album talked about how shit the world is, and then this song is like,
That's
like-
what I'm saying.
like let's
Fuck
fucking
all
go.
of
my god.
Fuck all of
That
it.
whole-
It doesn't matter.
That-
You do you.
That whole last thing was just a 180 on everything the whole rest of the album was, and was just like, enjoy it. It's shit, but you know what? I'm here.
It's like it's shit, but
So
you know what?
fucking enjoy
You
it.
don't have to be.
Right. Yeah, exactly that. Dude, that was fucking good.
That was incredible.
Oh my god.
What a good ending. Oh my god.
That was I love that shit.
What?
As
You
far
look
as
mad. You're like,
I'm not mad. I'm just trying to think. I was like, there's definitely a subject in every song, like grief, environment, violence, cheating. I'm just trying to piece it all together. Like now that I heard the whole thing, this is what I do. I just like try to sum it up. Especially like what you were getting at. Like the song took all those problems from every song and said, you know what, fuck it. Just feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
damn.
Literally,
dude.
the chorus leads with "There is love in every moment under the sun." I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, see, everything seems
Yeah.
so pessimistic, and then
Yeah.
it throws this at you, and it's like, well,
And then this just comes in, and it was so high energy. I was like, oh god, what kind of violence thing is it gonna be this time? And then it was like, there is love in every moment. I was like, oh shit.
can we just? I just want to talk. I want to point out like one of the most common things for like love songs, like as far as like I don't know musical tropes. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Is like this it goes like so. There's a chord. This is gonna fly past you, but I'll put it in the video in a way that's comprehensible. There's a chord, and it takes this major chord, and then it boosts it up to an augmented chord. So it boosts the fifth note of the chord up by a half step, and then takes that and moves it up again. To make like a fourth or something. So it goes da da da, and that's what it does in the chorus. So it's like
Mhm.
it literally is musically designed to make you think of love. Is what this whole song was designed to do, and it does just that. I don't know, incredible.
It's awesome.
That was awesome. That was.
I was even I heard you humming it, and I was feeling it the same way. I didn't tie it to love, but I just tied it to kind of it wasn't what we referenced it before, like text painting, but I music the music version of that where it's literally the notes are lifting up and it is lifting you up. That's how I thought it was going to go, and then it literally is painting you into in love, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally feel what you're. I don't know what the word for that is, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's like the music itself is elating you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, how'd
I
you?
could see how people compare this to Kanye's Yeezus yet again, because this last song is just so melodically or tonally, I don't really know how you say it, different than the rest of the album. Just like Bound is, that very soulful samples like he uses in his other albums, when the rest was like techno, EDM, and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, I could. I see what you're
I
saying. That's a really
enjoyed it
good,
a lot.
really good callback to the Yeezus thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So, out of 10, Tony. Out of 10, and final thoughts.
I give it like a 9 out of 10. Maybe that's low. I would either a 9 or a 10. This is a really fucking good album. A really fucking good album. Final thoughts, I just think he talks about a lot. This is an album I'm going to have to listen to a lot over and over again because there is a lot to process. Like, I get the gist of every song, but to like really ingest everything, I'm gonna have to listen to this a few more times. But it is very, very good. It is very, very interesting throughout, and it held my attention the entire time.
Yeah, Tristan.
I'm gonna give it like an 8, or I don't know. It's hard to give it like an 8 point or a 7 point or a 9 point. I'm just gonna say 8 in general, flat, until I listen to some of the song again, because there is the whole thing was thematically consistent, and what is it? There's a word I'm looking for. Bobby said it earlier. It's just like, or maybe it just was consistent. It was just like consistent, and I can't knock it for that. It's just my personal enjoyment I'm giving as like how am I trying to say this? Artistically, I love it. I love what he's trying to say. I love how he says it most of the time. And that's like the times where I don't like it, I'm like that most of the time, where I'm kind of giving it it's knocked, because I know he could have done it in a way that where I enjoyed it more. But I mean, this album wasn't made for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
that's just my personal problems with it. That one track me and Bobby don't like. I was like, he I don't know. He could have done that better, or maybe he couldn't have. Maybe that's the best version of whatever song you try to make. So, and I just didn't appreciate it. So,
Right.
Sorry, I was watching you talk.
I just looked at like the our cam, and you're just like,
Gina?
I give it. I say either an 8 or a 9. Like
So an
Tony,
8
I'm
and a
also
half.
gonna have
Just say 8 and a half.
8.5. Fine. I'm definitely gonna have to give it like more attention. Everything is said really well. I like all the themes and everything he put together. I feel like they all mix really well, integrate with each other really well. I also want to say, the experimental like portions of it. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't normally listen to music like this,
Mhm.
but I don't know, just the way he made it makes me kind of want to like go into that realm more. But I'm like, it's just really good.
you mean like genre, like the type of
Yeah,
music?
like genre wise. But I don't know if they didn't. If they're not gonna do it as good as he just did it, then I don't know. Who knows?
That's fair. Damn, giving it a rating is really hard. Something I feel about the album is like it's like one of those albums that's as good as the sum of its parts. And this album, like you Tristan, you said it's thematically consistent, and on one hand, I agree. It's consistent in the way that everything has its own theme, and they're all really big hitting topics, but it's not all the same. It's like this is like a collection of songs more so than it is like this album that's completely like congruent and builds off of itself.
I think it's the album material, like worthy.
No,
like, it's
no,
when
no.
an album-
It is a good. No, I agree with that. I'm not
Right.
disagreeing with the fact that like this belongs in an album, but it's like it's almost there. It's almost to the point where it's a compilation kind of thing.
Too.
But it's
Feel-
tied in so well. Like it's like the things that separate every track and lead into the next one tied in so well thematically to the previous track that like it just doesn't it's so it's so close knit. It's so tight woven. It makes so much sense. It's very impressive how he did that. And it's like
Right,
on one
and
hand,
that-
it's like how'd you arrange these tracks in such a genius way that like one track that's like not like about one subject and the next track was about a different subject can be tied in so well by a common thing at the end of every like the previous track. That's crazy. That's really good production. So I gotta say 9. This is a 9 kind of album. And yeah, like musically fascinating. The themes really good, touching on important things in society and things that affect people personally. And then it made me feel things. Like this is a fantastic album. I didn't expect it to be this good. I really didn't.
I was
And-
genuinely like as we went on, I was genuinely starting to hold back tears because it was starting to get like starting to make me feel things, and I was like, not on camera. When I listen to this the second and third time, I can cry, but not
Agreed.
right now.
Yeah, this is an
I had no clue what to expect coming into this album. Honestly, this is not what I expected at all.
Right.
It's a genre I agree with Gina. It's a genre I don't listen to and I don't really care for typically. And it blew me away anyway. So
Right.
I mean, and honestly, Gambino, he tends to do it in general with his music. And
Yeah.
him as an artist, like Glover as an artist, just that's what he is first and foremost. Not a musician, not an actor. He's an artist, and I gotta say I respect that about him. I respect that the most about this album.
Agreed.
All right, don't think that anyone feel me.
Something that anyone would feel.